The more I visit for appointments, the more money gets deposited in the business and the organization. When I was growing up, they used to call what I'm describing a pyramid scheme. The mind on the top, all of the supporters and the payees, voila, consciousness. And where the self-reliance gets to be relevant has to do with when the consciousness starts to dim and go dark and fade. And almost die now. These people feed chips and peanut butters and jellies and have a barbecue once a year, or a few other weeks. They bring outdated food donated from a business who sells food, groceries, and share their bounty with the residents of their buildings. What gets difficult has to do with a very similar circumstance as the tribalism and needing to have the limits always in mind and always having to be aware there could be danger, there could be violence at any time now. One mistake, one false word to the woman neighbor down the hall, and I go out into the light. I go walk with the crows and the pigeons and sleep with the meth addicts and the crack addicts and the odor of tobacco smokers. In other words, they're building the mind in both of these examples. To think less. And to be aware. And pay attention more. Self-reliance teaches to find out what the hands can do to help the body, to discover what the brain does with the hands, with the body, with the legs, and the heart, to go out. Find a resource to learn how to cook, to research how to eat in a pandemic, not being able to go and walk in public where there's no police and lots of activists and protesters. Meditation. Practices and training. Habits. And acknowledgement. For not only the mind, not only the distractions and how to eliminate them without any effort, but how to be tenacious and peaceful, gritty, and filled with energy. I get weak and frail every 3 weeks. I get sick to my stomach every 3 weeks. I see faces every 3 weeks. I see huge, saggy, fat breasts. And I see tight pants on men with male bodies. And I hear words and sounds and letters and language and sentences every so often. And never get the explanation for the benefit. Other than giving the person a paycheck. I've said slavery previously and Holocaust and other words. Delicate and very precious as far as history and the past. Black men and women who were not even called African American at the time were owned by humans, fed by humans, told to work by humans, and lived where the humans said they could. The reason going into outer space on a rocket attached to my backpack is easier than trying to explain what I am now and not say the word slavery has to do with being a client and a patient who cannot go and find a job and a place to live and not run out of energy and time to sleep in the day, in the night, or whenever there's a moment. because I didn't go to the University of Washington. I didn't come from Pennsylvania. I didn't go to Nevada. I didn't apply to Harvard right out of high school. I didn't get the degree from Caltech or Berkeley, University of Chicago, and had Cordoma during my graduate degree. And mostly I'm not a tech worker. I don't work for Facebook or Apple or Google or Microsoft or some startup. And therefore am poor and in need of assistance. Unless I take a train or a plane to some far and distant part of the country, hope and pray I land on my feet and don't get eaten by a bear. Don't get killed by some car because I'm so confused. Don't starve to death because over there they don't serve the hungry food. They give them work to make their living. Now, I'm kept alive by the people who pay me. I'm told where to go by the people who pay me. I'm told when I need to go to the place they want me to by the people who pay me. And most of all, they give me a place to live. And I'm not out in the coronavirus riots. These people achieve these kinds of information using Social Security disability, saying to the government they can help people be healthy and well. And unfortunately now are supported by the city and the state, who own it all and give what they can back when they can.